Jr. He talks about this, about the number one myth in African American genealogy is the myth of an Indian grandmother. So it's coming down from like a lie that was told and then it was passed down, because you don't just have an Indian ancestor. We're very specific on which tribes we are, so they would know which tribe they come from.
I don't think everybody does, but I'll let Deadly talk because I've been talking to y'all for a
They,
second.
And
they
one
we do
thing,
though.
even if my grandma or grandpa did say we were natives, I'm not just gonna go by that. I'm gonna actually do the research because of chattel slavery and because of that happening, you would know, like Black said, because of region. Like me, I'm Southern native. I have cousins that still live in them areas. That could be a possible connection, right? I have an Afro Mexican cousin. She still lives in Mexico to this day. Me and her can both say, hey, on this family tree, this is where we get this last name. You're going to share common last names on family trees in history. Even if your grandma did say that, just don't go by what your grandma say. Do the actual research.
I always advocate for people doing their research and stuff, but like I can only speak for myself, right? And I have found native ancestry in my line, but I don't claim indigenous when I go in
Where?
these lives or go
Which
where is it?
tribe?
Which tribe? Like that's a lot of there's a couple of them honestly, but
So which ones are they?
I mean, it's the stereotypical ones you would expect. There's some on the Dawes Rolls for Cherokee, but then there's also like Sandhill Native American on my granddad's side. So
Okay, wait. So let's start with Cherokee. So you're saying you did your genealogical research and you found an ancestor you are directly descended from on the Dawes Rolls.
yeah,
Then
I
you would be
did.
eligible for enrollment.
But that's not
What's
my
their
goal,
name?
right? I'm not giving my ancestors' name on live, so you guys can go look up my actual history. That's weird, but yeah, that's
No,
not my
it's
goal. My
not
goal
weird.
isn't to get
It's not
benefits.
weird. Real quick. It's not fucking weird. And this whole idea about it's a goal, like there is no goal. Like if you want to be connected to your culture, then you're connected to your culture. But like, are they listed as a Cherokee freedman or are they listed as a blood quantum Cherokee person?
No, by blood, and this is on my grandmother's side, but yeah, by blood. And I haven't done all of my grandparents like deep. I do think I'll find African lineage too, but yeah,
Well,
I
what do you
just
mean you think? Like, are how are did she state where her race and ethnicity were?
my me or my grandmother.
Yeah,
What are we talking about?
your race, your
Yeah,
race.
I'm black.
Okay, so
How
then
would how
yes.
would you not? How would you not have African ancestry?
Like what?
Well, I don't think skin color automatically determines where you're from, but
No,
I
no,
can't
no,
say
no, no.
with
Typically,
100% certainty that I'm African, but I can't say that I'm not either.
No. Oh my
What?
god.
no. When people
I think
say
you should do your genealogy first.
when people say black, they're talking about of African descent. There are people who are from southern India that are much darker than me. I still don't call them black. So it's not just skin color.
They would be
Yeah,
considered
for me,
brown.
growing up, it was never like that, y'all. Like, y'all are saying black always meant from Africa, but to me, it was always about skin color, just the society I was in, the environment
We
I
What?
was in.
said Black
It was like,
American.
huh? What about
Black
Black American?
American. We didn't say black. Black is a race. We said Black American would equate to African descent. Anyone of the Black American group is African descent.
You sound young. How old are you?
Who, me?
No, old girl, Ace 47.
I'm 23. Why is that relevant too? I feel
I
Why
like
do
just
you
y'all
want.
are
get
just
so
trying to.
defensive?
I'm not defensive, Carolina. I'm just,
Carolina,
yeah,
it's Carolina.
Carolina. Yeah, I'm not defensive. I think whether I go on African panels or American Indian panels or what's the other one? FBA panels. Like, it's just everybody just pushing, pushing, pushing for people to be what they want those people to be.
Because you're
And
not solid on your claims.
which
That's why
claim?
everybody
Which
pushing.
claims did I say that I
The
wasn't
claim
solid
that
on?
you were trying to push, where you, if you believe that black people, do you believe black people was here prior to 1492?
I think there were dark skinned people. If you're saying
That's
black
not the
people are
question.
from
That's not the
Africa,
question. That's not the question I asked you.
it
Do
depends on
you
how you
believe?
find black.
Okay, let's
depends
do
on how you
this.
put
So
things
when we
on.
talking about people that look like us, do you believe people that look like us was here prior to 49 to it? I do not care about skin pigmentation.
Yeah, I think there were people who
So
looked
okay, cool.
similar
Let's
to
let's
Black
start right there. What
Americans.
European explorer found people like us here? Let's start there.
Why would I go off of only the European
Because you
explorer?
have a claim and you got that from somewhere. So I want to know where you got it
Right,
from.
but it's
So what?
not. Well, I mean, technically, Christopher Columbus did say he saw dark skinned
Cool,
people,
awesome. Thank
No,
you.
but
he
Let's
did
start
not.
right there. I'm glad you said it. Hold on one second.
No, he
Let's see
did
if I
not.
can.
I'm glad you
Me
talking
too,
about it.
Joe.
he saw a
No,
Christopher
he did
Taino
Columbus
not.
people,
had black
but
people with him.
He
yeah,
didn't claim there
he
were
did.
black people here.
Right, right,
And when
right.
he
I
was
know he
Wait,
didn't
talking,
no,
claim
he
that they
didn't
was
say they
here.
were Africans. I don't think he
but he
didn't say
didn't
that.
claim they were dark either. He was talking about the painting they had on their face.
Y'all, if we all came out of Africa, if we're all Africans, and whether
Oh,
you're from
incorrect.
Europe,
Okay, real
so
quick,
you don't
real
believe
quick.
in the
While
out of
Joe's,
Africa theory?
yeah, no.
Hold on,
Hold
because
on,
now you're
hold
switching
on.
the goalposts.
While Joe
Let's
is
go
getting
back
that
to the.
information, HS, what you need to understand, there's a difference between recent migrations and early human migrations. So yes, all humans originated in Africa 300,000 years ago. 70,000 years ago, people start to migrate out of that landmass and onto other land masses. Once a people group has been in a specific area for approximately 10 to 12,000 years, they are distinct people group. They develop their skin tone, phenotype, all their other characteristics based on their environment. So no, we are not all African. We all originate there, but those tens of thousands of years ago. African Americans have only been in the Americas for less than 500 years. Do you understand?
Yeah,
That's
I hear what
different.
you're saying. I hear how you're saying it's different because the time isn't long enough for African Americans to be their own distinct social group. I still think that it is, but regardless of that, we were talking about indigenous people and what they looked like and stuff. And yeah, I think it was a spectrum of different. I think it was dark skinned people, it was light skinned people. That's why you have the
But
whole
not black.
idea of
There
well,
are
that's
darker
fine.
skinned
That's
natives
that's why I
depending on
said
where
it
you are
depends.
in the Americas. So,
It
like,
All right,
I
depends
have
on
so
a
how you
very dark
define
skinned
okay,
that.
so
father, but
before I
that's
show
not the
this,
same as black.
I'm gonna
Go ahead,
ask,
Joe.
I'm gonna ask you just like I asked anyone else that talk about Christopher Columbus, because y'all always make these claims and swear up and down y'all read it. So I'm gonna ask you this: did you read the journal before you made that claim?
I've read some things, yes, some
That's
parts of his
did you
journals.
read the journal where he said he saw black people?
I've read some parts of his journals. I haven't read every single
That's
last
I just want a
page.
yes or no. Did you read the part where he saw black
Well,
people?
you guys are saying black means African, but
I'm
to me,
not
it's
asking.
about your
No, I'm
skin
not asking.
color.
No, I'm just
So
asking a simple question. I don't do the runaround. They being
he
soft with
saw
you.
people of dark complexion and medium tone complexion. Yes,
Yeah, that's not what he said.
She know what I'm. She
he
knows. She
didn't
knows.
use the term black. Of
Gotcha.
course, he didn't
Gotcha.
use the term
Gotcha.
black. I
Gotcha.
don't even think was
Joe,
the
can
term
you read
black
it?
even in existence in
Yes, it
1492.
was. They already had these terms because they already had interactions with Africans. So he would have stated, had he seen them, people who looked like them.
I thought they called them Afrikaners and stuff like that. They
Oh
didn't
my
call
No,
God.
she trying to go somewhere.
they
Hey,
didn't
can
Afrikaners
call
somebody
are
put
them
me on the
white.
big?
blacks.
Can somebody put me on the big screen?
Well,
Afrikaners are white
and there
South
was also
Africans.
colored too.
No, she just want to talk us to death. I'm not into all that talking. Hey, can somebody put me on the big screen?
Yeah, I got you. That's it. Oh, there
I
it
just
goes.
think it's kind of anti-black to act like no
No, no,
black
we're not
people
doing. I
can
don't
be
do all that.
indigenous. Well, that too. I feel like if you're black and you don't claim it, yeah.
Oh, sure,
My
that's the
shit
wrong thing.
is
Hold on.
my shit is
Well, it
delayed. I'm trying. Oh,
depends.
there it goes. Okay.
I have a more like nuanced perspective, and y'all feel like it's just either this or that. The same way that American Indians act when you go on their panels or the FBA, and it's just sad. Like I think there's nuance, and it's not
Okay,
like all
but
one way or the
it's okay.
other.
But you can think all you want, but you're wrong. Joe's gonna show you something.
I'm not at all. You guys aren't either. You guys are sticking with this one way of like thinking about
Yeah, but
everything.
we're not making false claims. You made several false claims. One about Columbus Journal, and I can tell you didn't read it because he didn't state that.
Oh, I thought
He
I
didn't he
downloaded it.
didn't state what.
Joe,
He
what are you
didn't
doing?
state that they were dark skin or anything that you're saying. He was talking
What
about
did
the
he
pain.
say? He
He
was talking
was
about the
talking.
Taino.
I'm Taino. I'm trying to tell you the history of my people. If you give me a second, he was talking about the paintings that we would put on our faces and
Hold on a
stuff.
second.
He was not talking about our skin, and even if he was talking about our skin color, he never mentioned anything about anybody being dark skinned. I promise you that.
Okay, so let me ask you then, since this is your culture and your truth, right? Then what did y'all look like back then? Were y'all dark skin? Were y'all light skin? Were y'all white? Were you in a mix
We
of all
wasn't
of them? Like what
we
was it?
wasn't white. We were maybe a type of shade of brown skin, but not as dark as I am. I'm like this because my African ancestors mixed with the Taino people. The
So
mixture
you
that
think they were
happened.
more white then, or more white appearing or
Didn't I
passing?
just say
No,
brown?
why do you
Are
think
white
there's only
people
black and
brown?
white?
I
Ma'am,
Are
do
white
you
don't.
see
people
my
brown?
hold up? HS, do you see my picture?
Yeah, I do. I don't think there's only black and white.
Hold on, hold on. Okay, but the way you're speaking is that's kind of where it's going. So I am clearly neither a black or a white person. And how he described the people when he saw them is